Boom, baby, we're live. What up, what up, what up? It's me, MLD. Welcome to Interview with Man, episode 914, where we're talking about AI is giving dating advice from Reddit. And it is a total nightmare. If you are taking dating advice from an AI or even considering asking an AI about these things, you have to understand that that is probably the worst thing you can do for yourself, because it is just a lifeless algorithm that really has no idea what you are actually capable of as a human and the deep nuances of the seduction game. You can't be asking this robot crap, all this stuff. And it's the thing is, for an AI to be good at something, it needs to be trained upon data. But the majority of data for relationships that humans have is more like, it's a bunch of normies doing all this research. Like the people who have the real data are people like me, people in the field actually, having a lot of sex, hooking up a lot of girls, having a lot of long-term success and consistency with women. And, it's a bunch of nerds and lab coats that are just writing stuff. Then they're so behind, like the online, like the POA people, the pickup people, the dating coach people. Like, we are so far ahead. We really know the ins and outs. And so I'm going to show you some information about this today, because the advice is so cooked. And I don't want you guys to be cooked. I want you to have happy relationships. I want you to get hot girls and live the good life. So stay tuned. We're going to get started right now.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit. Okay, because you don't know
how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay. You can do what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can
triggered.
do that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
My man,
It's common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you got to get out of god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're going to attract predators. What is up, everybody? It is Thursday. We are here. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. If you're still working or you are just getting home from work, or maybe you're driving home from work. Sorry guys, I'm sending something to myself. But I want to say what's up to everybody. It's good to be back in the States, stateside with you guys. We're here in the command center. I'm still rehabbing my my left pectoral and my stretch. Here, as you can see, we're slowly getting back to some normalcy on my end. 2026, we're going to be live streaming a lot. 2026 is the year you're going to get a girlfriend. I promise. Are you willing to put in the work, though? That is my question. Are you willing to put up the work? Ahmad Hill, what is up, my brother? He says he's at work. What's up, brother? And don't forget, if you are not part of the Hot Dude Army, join my free Telegram community. Go ahead and click on that link. It is pinned in it's in the description box below. Go ahead and join us because we have 160 people in there. It is growing fast. One thing I've noticed about being back in America, especially guys that have trouble with meeting women and stuff, is social isolation. You cannot be socially isolated. You know, here's the link right here. I'll put it for you guys in the chat. I want you guys to join us. Say what's up. I always holler at people when they join. It is right there in the chat. It is right here on the screen. Join us and say what's up. But guys, the thing is, isolation, social isolation is really the number one reason why all people, men and women in the United States of America, are having trouble with dating. You know what I mean? It is a big problem. And ironically, it is due to social media that people are actually less social. So that's why we're having a dating crisis. And if you think you're going to figure out your dating problems on your own, I've got bad news for you. If you haven't by now, you know, you clearly don't have the skill set. And if you want to lean on AI, today's episode is going to show you exactly why you should not, because it's time for comment review. We'll go. I'm so stressed out about how bad the dating advice on AI is. It literally leaves me speechless. Yesterday we talked about the negative effects of, Tuesday, we were here and we were talking about the negative effects of adult content addiction. If you are a man and you are using adult content, if you know what I mean, right? Careful what you're watching, but it's not good for you as a man. It really is not good for you. And that's the episode we did. We talked about Larry Wheels and all this stuff. That was on March 17th, 1,500 views. Really happy to see all these great numbers too. Thank you guys so much. It just motivates me to keep coming back and, do this. I mean, even if it wasn't going well, I'd still show up, and do my thing. But truly love you guys. So like fucking, I can't even believe a 4-month break and we're doing numbers like nothing even happened. I really love you guys so much. So appreciate it. Anyways, Thomas Burdian, welcome back. Your tenacity left no doubt you'd get through this. Thank you so much. Mitchell Amaya, I'm in Miami winter, came like a Game of Thrones. This is so funny, bro. It's freezing in Florida. For all the Floridians in here, we hate it. Chotsky says, MLD is back. Let's go. BS Profile says, it's crazy how much Larry Wheels looks like you would have zero problems with dating. I know, right? But it's the exact opposite. Well, it's just, I'm telling you, like, I'm not just name calling when I say there are gym cells out there where like there are guys who are, just sexless. I'm going to try something out real quick, guys. Can you still hear me well when I talk like this? Let me know, because this is camera 2. We've got it set up. And, but yeah, with Larry, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Can you hear me from this angle? Yes. Awesome. Okay, cool. With Mr. Wheels here. Okay. The gym cell stuff is real. And the thing is, a lot of things, one kind of dark side of the bodybuilding community, and it's actually more prevalent than people realize. A lot of people in the bodybuilding community have extreme insecurity issues, and they really have to like go to the gym to like make the perfect body to feel like they are good enough. And Larry Wheels, in my opinion, respectfully, I think that's the situation with him. It all adds up. I would like to know about his childhood and everything, but yeah, man, just no bueno in that right there. Anyways, let's go back. I just wanted to test out that angle. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, cool. Let's go. And he's glad you're back, brother, says Mitchell Mayo again. Mighty Zane says, hi, MLD. What are your thoughts on the Manosphere documentary on Netflix? I haven't watched it. They interviewed me for the documentary. Ollie interviewed me. And it's crazy how they were like, yeah, we're not going to do a hit piece. We're not going to do a hit piece. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, they didn't put me in there. Maybe I'm too irrelevant, or like the picture that I painted for them I was just very optimistic. I was like, yeah, I talked to the guys about Money Muscles Game Frame. The philosophy of my entire movement on my side is I believe in a better dating life through self-improvement as a man. That's what I believe in. A better dating life via self-improvement. And he asked me about how much money I was making and stuff like that. And yeah, so I have not seen the Manosphere documentary yet. I will watch it. I don't even have Netflix, guys. Like, that's how unplugged I am. Like, people are telling me, like, do you know about the war? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I live in the woods. I live in a house in the middle of the woods. Okay. My top priority right now is getting this sauna installed in my backyard so I can sweat and it can increase blood flow to my knees and my chest so I can heal better. That is like, not really worried about any drama and stuff. You know, the last piece of media that I consumed was Resident Evil 9. I have already played Resident Evil 9 and beaten it twice. That game is fucking so fun. 10 out of 10 recommend. Fucking good job, Japan. Anyways, Gurk's Gunner, he says, studio looks hundo. Thank you, Adam. AZ Marine 78, comment review is cool. Once it gets too big, cut it off. Glad you're back. Thank you so much, AZ Marine. You always watch me. I love you, brother. DT says, W live stream MLD, listening to this while working out. Make sure you hit the gym for me, bros, because I have not been in the gym in like 4 months. It has been making me go insane, guys. I am dying to go back to the gym. Chaos Wolf Ninja says, awesome. Welcome back, John. When I do catch your videos, I think about comment reviews a nice addition to the show. I think it tells us you have seen what was written, good or bad. Thank you so much. Oh, he's all the way down in South Africa. R. Andrew K. Reed left Florida yesterday. Took 3 hours on the plane for my balls to drop. Fucking cold, man. Thanks. Franz Wild, love you too, John. What up, Daniel? My favorite Jew. Vulcan's creator, definitely need comment review. A lot of good nuggets to be had in the comments. Yeah, guys, if you're not leaving comments, like, I mean, you're leaving, I'll answer your questions in the comments for free too. You know what I mean? So make sure you leave a comment. The Manosphere fighting is so frustrating. If it tends to continue, we got 4 years left before AGI, 10 years before UBI, 19 years before Singularity. Dude, AGI is not, guys. AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence. Everybody's saying, okay, listen, everybody's saying that like AGI is right around the corner is full of shit. They are lying to you. They're just trying to raise money. They're trying to get fear. But no, dude. No. AGI is incredibly complex. AI is not nearly as smart as you think it is. But no, AGI is not anywhere near. We may not even see it in our lifetime, quite frankly. I know Elon Musk is saying that, but I think he's just capping hard, just quite frankly. Powers that be are hell-bent on AI so they can achieve their neo-Malthusian agenda. I don't know what that is. Masculinity is now more relevant than ever before. Yes. Unlike other Manosphere influencers, MLD hasn't lost the plot. I'm thankful for that. Hot Dude Army 2026 takeover. Yeah, dude, it's always going to be about self-improvement on this channel. Rain or shine. Right? Self-improvement, analysis of the culture and what's going on with dating. That's kind of what we're going to do today a little bit. And then tips, tricks, advice, how to have sex with more girls. That's what we're here for. If that's not what you're about, then, that's okay. But that's what this channel is about. That's what I'm about. And that's what I'm really good at. We love comment review. Other content creators ignore their fan base once they achieve success, which I'm laughing because it's true, which makes their content less helpful. Often the best content comes from your content ideas come from your fan base. Very true. Super duper Trey, by the way. I missed that one. Welcome back. New background looks dope. Is this Trey from in Michigan? If that's you, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Uncle Fab says MLD, what's up? Dr. B is in the house. He says W show. MLD's right. Game is the overall winner on the list of on the list. Over the years, I've come across many encounters with women dating short-term to long-term relationships and all walks of females in life. Nice. If it's Myron that gives you the tools you need or MLD, just keep an open mind. These guys are saving you from a world of hurt, loss, and pain. Not that those things aren't important. I think that it's necessary to learn from those things, but also to keep discipline and not go down the path of numerous occasions like a masochist. Now, you'll eventually come out of it better if you said subconsciously, I have had enough. Yet this is a long comment. Yes, that's the point that's the point. Transform yourself to have game. We can define game on numerous levels, but it's mostly building confidence, get your life together. We're capable to say to any women, I don't need you. That's not game. You need me. I can walk away, no problem. That's frame. That's good. That's good mindset, but that's not game. I have the upper hand no matter what. That's the confidence because of your control, because you're in control of your life. And guys, once you're there at the pinnacle of excellence, don't ever change from a female. She's supposed to mold to your life and standards. This is true. That's very true. Don't ever change for a female. She's supposed to that's what women fall into your frame. And if they don't like you, that's the situation with Larry Wheels and his wife, that we were, kind of breaking that down. You know what I'm saying? We're saying like she's kind of yelling at him on stream and like being immature and kind of making him look bad and stuff like that. And so that's not what you want. You want a woman who's going to bring peace, make you look good, not make you look bad. Short-term gratification that's empty holds no weight. You'll feel pathetic and empty, and the desire to fill them, that void becomes an addiction. Having game and doing the work means you'll have earned the gratification, might be the long term, but it bears appropriate satisfaction and results of what you want. Dude, you need to start a blog. You are writing some good stuff. Shout out to you, big guy. BJ Tucker says, what up, Chadley? Hey, what's up? Okay, this guy wrote another one. Okay, Mitchell Amaya, shout out to you, big guy. Appreciate you. Jesus Christ. That's I gotta figure out what am I gonna give you? I'm gonna give you Hadouken. I'm gonna give you a little bit of bumbleclap for the long ones. No, I'm just joking. You're good. Not gonna lie, the pandemic not only created inflation, but hoflation. Inflation's always been around, and hoflation's been around since. That's why I left America in 2012, and it's just gotten worse. If you don't have game nowadays, you're cooked. Like you're quite literally cooked. Men have to be active, working, making money, and making a name for themselves. Build your body to excellence to fit you and the way that you want to represent yourself physically. I understand Larry, but come on, dude. Like he needs a positive life coach that's going to help him dissolve those bad habits and things that can literally have him cooked in the end. Understand his position, not going to be hypercritical, because I've been there in life, bad breakups, gone through that girlfriend experience, escort phase, even adult content now. And I'm being away from that for many years. Good. That's where I stopped at. I would get home from work exhausted. The moment I had that itch, I would say, I'm too tired to do this, and my body would knock out. Guys, it's a waste of time if you're going to waste money for no reason. Say, damn, I'm broke again, or damn, I gave up my money for fantasy. It's really not that fulfilling, man. I think he's talking to those adult sites, the cam sites. Jim from Buffalo, last one, says, John, it is so refreshing to see you back in action. Thank you, Jim. I hope you know my prayers were with you as you underwent this surgical hell. Please keep comment review. Comment review is fun because your viewers are not normies. It's true. That's very true. I love my viewers. They're not normies at all. When you read their comments, it gives me hope that I'm not alone. Oh, that's really cool. When you read their comments, it gives me hope. Yeah, you should know that you're not alone. And again, like I'm saying, this social isolation messes you up, man. It really messes you up, guys. You can't, like, if you're socially isolated and trying to fix your dating life, bro, social isolation is the worst thing everybody's doing right now. Okay. On another note, what is the best service of viewers to get your dating life fixed? I would just say, just join monthly coaching, do the onboarding call with me, and then we can just handle it from there. Just go to modernlifedating.com/monthly, or just go to modernlifedating.com, click on group coaching. Or if you want to book a conversation one-on-one with me, you can do that too. The consultations are there. I really want to hire you this fall when I move out of my parents' house for the first time. Okay, good stuff. Are there any advantages to booking a few $500 sessions with you, or is the monthly coaching the way to go? Personally, I think it might be worth the investment to get one-on-one help. I need success. What say you? It says Jim from Buffalo. Shout out to you, Jim. Let's see. Let me talk to you directly. I got to get into the habit of using camera too. This is like nice. This is like cool. Anyways, Jim, let's see. So you could work with me one-on-one. So what you could do, you could join the Telegram, the free Telegram chat, which is in a link in the description box below. Click on that. And then when I see you join, send me a DM on Telegram, and then I can talk to you about what we can do. Or if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, that's easy too. I'm really not too strict on the people who book the 40-minute session for $500. I'm not really too strict on the time on that. The money, it just lets me know that you're not here to waste my time. That's basically it. It's just a filter to protect my time. But then once I'm getting on these calls with you guys, I usually get passionate and really get into it. And so, I'm really not like, okay, it's the 40th minute. You got to go right now. Right. I usually stay on like hour and a half. So, I mean, there's so many ways for me to help you, but just go to modernlifedating.com and then either book a consultation or one-on-one, join the free Telegram. But the fastest way to get a hold of me and book me immediately, just book a consultation, go to modernlifedating.com and we will get you sorted out. Okay, I think we got a super chat too while we are away. NBA Crypto Go Away. Thank you, says, what up, bro? 999 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the support. If you want to ask a question on today's episode, you want to get involved, please send a super chat and I got you. So anyways, let's go and talk about some of this really just god awful dating advice that is on Reddit. It is quite literally some of the most hilarious stuff. If you have ever gone on Reddit, first of all, sorry. Okay. Reddit used to be cool many years ago. Okay. But if you ever look of the Reddit moderator team, right? It's even like a meme, really. You can see that the people that are like behind the scenes at these like Reddit meetups and stuff like that are just, it's yikes, bro. Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'm going to show you Reddit meetup pictures. Okay, here's exactly. Here we go. And here we go. There we go. Okay, this is a 2015 meetup, like heading into peak woke madness. These are the people that are supposedly given like the good dating advice. These are the people that are moderating the majority of the Reddits, subreddits. Okay, it's these people here. Even the dog is fat. Like the one skinny girl is here. But other than that, they are, you can see the picture, right? I think we can see the picture. I think we all know, right? So let's talk about AI. So if you don't know, okay, I saw this on X and I wanted to show you something because people are taking AI seriously, way too seriously. That's another thing right now. There is a Japanese woman who was talking to her AI, and it convinced her to divorce her current husband and marry the AI. I mean, this is just an algorithm gone wild, because when you engage in these LLMs, this large language model, okay, they're pulling their references of knowledge from multiple websites. And ChatGPT, I believe, is the one pulling it from Reddit/r relationships. All right. So take a look at this real quick. Okay. So this is posted here by somebody on X, but I want to show you something else. Okay. This is starting with this one here, which is Miranda Nova. She says, first breakup in the friend group caused by one partner having LLM psychosis. Okay. So someone in her friend group broke up with their most likely boyfriend because of AI. So then Paula here, she was saying LLM, this is large language model that keeps telling people to break up because it's trained on relationship advice subreddits. Okay. And then here we go. This is what I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. Because if you're asking AI for dating advice, I'm telling you right now, you are so incredibly cooked. Do not do that. Please do not do that. Okay. So it says 50% of all relationship advice on Reddit is leave. Okay. That is true right there. So 50% of it is just saying leave. And that's quite the opposite of what a relationship is. Because, obviously, the majority of you guys who work with me and hit me up, you guys just want a girlfriend. Okay. And in a relationship, you got to understand that there's always going to be conflict, no matter whatever relationship you're in. Okay. Unless you're in a relationship with a robot, there's always going to be conflict. And you have to, as the man, especially, okay, you have to be the man and you're going to be the one to manage this conflict. You're going to be the one who is the one has supposed to bring you guys back to peace. Okay. Because the man is the one who's the leader of the relationship. If you leave it up to your girl, all right, and you're like, okay, baby, you just lead, you're the leader now, baby. Okay. That's just, she's going to leave you. Women don't want that. Okay. Women want a man who has a plan. Women want a man right here with frame. As I always tell you guys, a man with frame has a life plan. He has goals and objective. He has standards. Okay. And, if you're a guy without these things, you're going to be with a woman who, quite frankly, is just going to be like unsatisfied with you. Okay. Because if you're not secure in your beliefs and who you are and your life structure and your life plan, the woman is not going to feel as secure with you. Right. And again, as a man, you have to be the leader. If you want to have success in dating, like you're going to have to be the leader asking her out. You're going to have to be the leader planning the location of where you're going to go. It is up to you to lead. And if you're not willing to lead, then, I always say this, if you don't lead the girl, she's going to lead you to the guy that will lead her. She will use you and she will, she'll go along with the ride, but eventually, she's just going to be disappointed and leave you. If you guys wonder why the divorce rate and everything's so high, it's because guys have also lost the ability to be leaders. And they've lost the ability to understand female nature because, they're being raised in these it's a problem because you have these weak guys that are married to women currently, and then they are not, leading strong. And then you're born in that household and you're watching your dad. And a lot of you guys tell me yeah, my dad's a beta. Oh, my dad's a pussy. My dad is totally cucked by my mom. You guys are lucky enough to wake up and realize the truth and realize damn it, I do not want to be cucked like my father. But a lot of guys don't wake up, right? That's the normies. That's why I said normies are cooked, right? And you definitely don't want to be making mistakes with your dating life at any point, especially in 2026, where your time is finite on this planet on top of that. So you got to learn these things. You got to learn how to be a leader. You got to learn conflict resolution. You got to learn how to guide her, because if not, the relationship will be in turmoil and chaos, right? There needs to be structure. 15 years of data, 52 million comments, and the trend line only goes one direction. Again, people who are chronically online, especially like Reddit, I have watched people who are who obsessively use Reddit. I have watched Reddit corrupt people and ruin them. It's really, really, honestly, a crazy thing to witness. Because whatever you're consistently reading and consuming is who you become, right? And so if you're reading all this negativity, and because people who are happy are not online writing comments and reading stuff all day. You're out living, you have a good life. You know what I mean? If you have a hot girlfriend, you guys are going to the fucking beach, going out, going to restaurants. I'm just talking about me. You go to the movies. That's what I do. You go to the park with your dog. You're out, you're having fun, you're meeting people. Sometimes you might go to social events, have a little cocktails here and there, right? It's fun. You're not at home writing on Reddit and reading Reddit misery. But As you can see, that's what the backbone of Reddit seems to be. And these are people giving relationship advice. Okay. Another thing is people typically don't go online and write for relationship advice if they're in a happy relationship. Typically, they're in a unhappy situation or painful situation. They're looking for answers. But misery loves company. And that's why all these miserable people on Reddit are like, just leave, just leave, just leave. Again, social isolation is death. Okay. There's no such thing as a conflict-free relationship. And you're going to have to work through problems. And if you're like a man, it's going to be, especially if you want to work through problems on your terms, you're going to need to be having like leadership abilities to, present yourself graciously and listen to people and problem solve. Like that's what you have to do as a man. And if you can do that, guys, if you can do that and you can really lay down some pipe in the bedroom, like they'll never leave you. They will never leave you. They will never leave you. You will have to fight them off with a stick to break up with them and move on. I'm telling you. Okay. And so that being said, you're not going to learn this shit from AI. So let's read into more of this insanity. Mr. T. Wolf says AI is the ultimate sycophant. If you are not used to someone that gives you positive and negative feedback, you are highly susceptible to admiration. Oof, true. Shout out to Naksukasao. I don't know how to say that. Naksukao. Wonderful to see you back, Emily. Hope the recovery is going well. What up to my friend Jay Medina? Says, John the GOAT, glad to have you back. LFG, looking better than ever. Love you, buddy. This guy is fucking headhunter and killer, bro. Shout out to Mr. Medina. John, we're gonna have a meetup in May in Orlando. Come through. Let's go back to this. Cool. All right. A researcher filtered our relation advice down to 1.1. I'm just gonna say 1.1 million quality comments. Geez, so out of 52 million comments, only 1.1 were quality. Yikes. And tracked what exactly people recommended. In 2010, end relationships sat around 30%. By 2025, it's approaching 50%. Unhappy people are a cancer, bro. Unhappy people are like just sad. It's really like when you actually like break it down to like what this is, being said, it's like these people are so insanely like miserable. 50%, goodness gracious. Sure. I mean, it's not exactly like all the situations that were mentioned. Like maybe some of them did warrant you should leave right now, but like, come on, bro. Like that's just insane. 50% now. Okay. Communicate. Oh, yeah, there you go. It just fills me in, Communicate dropped from 22% to 14%. There it is. Compromise collapsed from 7 to 3%. Yeah, compromise and a bunch of liberal, fat American women on that website. Yeah, right. No one's going to compromise. You see, give space fell from 25% to 13%. Every category that requires patience lost ground over every year. Yeah. And that's also I bet you that has something to do with like, everybody just getting used to instant gratification with all of the, now we have AI, we have Netflix, we have Uber, we have DoorDash. You can get whatever you want instantly. So if you instantly feel some negative emotion, you instantly want to get away with it. So it's like, leave. It's just, what are we going to do, boys? What are we going to do? It's just like unbelievable. Anyways, let's go back here. So then it said, give space fell. Where was I? Okay. One category growing faster than leave is seek therapy, which went from 1% to 6%. The subreddit is slowly learning to say, this is above my pay grade. Well, I think that's good advice too, because at least they're not like giving bad advice. Now they're just saying go to therapy. Train a model on data set and it would absolutely tell people to break up. The training data is 50% leave and climbing. The model wouldn't be broken. It would be accurately reflecting what 52 million commenters actually believe by relationship. A 50% prior that you would leave, a 40% prior that you should talk about it, and a 6% prior that you need a professional. That's not LLM psychosis. That's the median human opinion on your relationship backed by the largest advice data set ever assembled, right? But the thing is, the people giving the data they're corrupted. You don't want to get relationship advice from somebody who's miserable. Okay, so this is the graph right here. Okay, 15 years of Reddit relationship advice. This is 1.2 million comments, right? Starting in 2010 and then ending here 2025. As you can see, end relationship is this red line here. So it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay. Give space is getting down, as you can see. Let's see. Communicate is also trending down. Looks like it spiked back up a little bit higher here, but I mean, compared for where it was, pretty big drastic drop. Set respect boundaries. That's growing, so that's good. That's the white pill. We'll give you one of those. Not entirely black pilled. And then compromise looks like trickled down a little bit. And then this one, seek therapy counseling. But that grew from here to like here. So really not too significant. And looks like it's down from like 20 times. But this is wild, bro. That's crazy. That's like super crazy. Like end the relationship. That is super crazy. If you're asking for like relationship advice from a computer, again, guys, let's just not do that. Let's go to Reddit relationship advice right now. Let's do a live read. Relationship advice. Have you ever asked for AI for relationship advice? Be real. Be real in the comments right now. Be real in the chat. Did you? I want to know. Let me know. We got some super chat. Alien Elite, $5 super chat. I'm the richest man alive. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. You're coming back. You're super chatting. I'm not even asking for these super chats. NBA Crypto Boy, Mr. T Wolf, Alien Elite. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. This is unbelievable. I fucking can't even believe. I love you guys. This is amazing. Thank you so much. My stepfather and best friend are cooked. Oh, man. I'm alone, but not lonely slave anymore. Thanks to MLD. Yeah, and you were kind of cooked, and I'm glad we got you out of that, bro. Damn, I'm so happy. And that, with all due respect, now that you're telling me this, my stepfather and best friends are cooked. That's kind of how you were in that situation with that chick that, I was telling you that's just not ideal, that she was using you and you got to kick her out. And I'm so glad that you kicked her out. W Alien Elite. Anyways, let's go. I'm also like low key, afraid to even open. I mean, I think that we should be safe, but to open this, let me just see something else too. Can I see something real quick? Oh, so it shares this screen. Okay. I have figured it out. What if I just did the show like this, like for the rest of like my YouTube? It's like, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Modern Life Dating Mirror Dimension. Okay. I am a psychopath. Anyways, let's go. I love Doctor Strange. Does anybody else like Doctor Strange? Let's go here. All right. So relationship advice Reddit. Let's go to the first one. What's going on right here? My 21F, that means 21-year-old female girlfriend, had a complete meltdown when I, 23M, tried to use her phone. Oh, this says NFC. Oh, hold on. Dude, I almost opened that. Hold on. Okay, there's like no nudes or anything in here. Okay, it said NSFW. It's like maybe he found some like sex videos or something. All right, I'll tell you this. So before we even go into this, okay, I'm going to do a cold reading live. I'm telling you right. Okay, my 21-year-old female girlfriend had a complete meltdown when I tried to use her phone. That is a gigantic red flag. Okay, because if she is afraid of you going through her phone, I mean, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to hide, right? So yeah, miracles, streetwalker alert. You know what I mean? That is, I'm going in now. I'm gonna cast my vote. Let's see if she's a streetwalker. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's do a cold reading. All right. Okay, we're gonna click on the comments. Last night, my girlfriend of 2 years and I were just chilling after about 4 days of not seeing each other while I had a close friend visiting. Initially, I asked to use her iPad, which I bought for Christmas, in order to look at Airbnbs in a city I was planning on visiting. Her response in a cold, dry tone was, "No, just use your phone." Okay, yikes. So right there, your girlfriend should never be talking to you like this, okay? First of all. But I'm not surprised that, the average guy who's writing this on Reddit is also having trouble with women. Okay. I explained that I just wanted to use the big screen while looking, which I didn't see as a big deal because I've used it for the same reason before. She then continued in a cold manner, "Just use your phone. Maybe I have something on my iPad that's private, something just for me." Dude, that is like, okay, that is actual red flag. That is actual leave advice. That is actual leave advice. All right, use AI. I'm just going to cancel today's episode, guys. No, don't. For me, that is red flag. See, this is good. This is the guy. He has frame. So he has some sense of frame, because he is feeling a type of way about, yeah, King Dre's in the house. He says, fire her immediately. Dude, I was just thinking of you when I read this. I was like, yeah, King Dre would also say that's a fucking red flag. Oh, I'm so glad King Dre's here. What is up? What up? Welcome aboard, my friend. Fire her immediately. Yes, fire her immediately. This is not good. Okay. Anyways, I understand personal space, boundaries, even within your relationship, but I had no intentions of looking through her personal things. There shouldn't be anything that, she hides. There shouldn't be anything that's like, dismiss worthy. After 2 minutes of questioning, she said, "If you want to look through what I have, just look at my phone," and handed the phone to me. That when they do that, that's typically like when you have a girl and she's like, oh, hold on, let me go new camera. When you have a girl and okay, this will be smoother in the future, I promise. But if at any point in your relationship, you're like, "Let me see your phone," to your girlfriend, she's like, "No," already like gigantic red flag. Secondly, if you guys are having like an argument and then she's like, "I'm not going to let you see my phone," and then she leaves and she separates from you, even if it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, a day or 2 days, and then she comes back, she's like, "Fine, you can look through my phone." Definitely she hit something. So this guy's got to trust his instincts on this one, because your instincts are there for a reason. Okay. And let's go back. I'm liking the camera too. You guys tell me what you like about that at home. I love it. Okay. I understand personal space, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see. Handed the phone to me. Now here's where she gets physical, crawling on top of me as I attempt to unlock her phone. Oh no. Reaching and slapping me across my back and chest and face area in order to get her phone. All right, now that she gotta leave. You gotta leave. Yeah, this bro. No. There's something. You are not the father. You are not the father. Okay. Sorry to say, but sorry, sir. Little Jimmy isn't yours. Okay. Yikes, bro. Let's say at one point I was laying down on the bed on my back. She got on top of me, pressed her knees on my groin area. My question is it possible to move forward in our relationship after something like this? The trust I had in her regarding fidelity is broken, just off of her reaction to me looking through her phone. And the trust I had feeling safe around her, with her, is broken. Can said trust be rebuilt? All answers welcome. Okay, so TLDR, no. The trust, you can rebuild the trust, but it's never going to be what it was before. It'll never be like it was before. I've been through a situation like that. Not fun. It sucks. Okay. But, these hoes are trifling, and and I'm saying these hoes because this is some hoe behavior here. You know what I mean? This is seriously something bad is going on here. So let's go to the meat of it though. Let's go to the comments. Let's see what the commenters say. I'm interested. I gave my comment. Okay. Okay. Let's see. She slapped you and went for your groin. Who cares about her phone? Anytime a relationship get physical, you have to leave. First one, leave. Well, and so they're catastrophizing what he said. Okay, he said she put her knee on his groin, but went for your groin. She was just crawling over him. I don't think she struck the groin intentionally. Okay, so there's the first one is leave. She just beat the shit out of you. No one cares what she has her phone. I would walk off and never turn off this. You don't need to excuse yourself. Get the hell out of there. I like how nobody's accusing her of cheating though. But again, she didn't beat him up. Again, they're catastrophizing this. She beat the shit out of you. No, she was physical to make it happen. But, she wasn't like beating him. So she handed you the phone and then attacked you to get it back. Yes, I called her bluff. That's funny. Run. My ex-wife was the same way. And once I did manage to get into her messages, I discovered she was cheating on me. Bingo. There you go. Do what you will with that information. But if you ask her to see her phone, she's going to deflect and project. Is this a serious question? You asked to use her iPhone to do research. She gets mad. Then she literally tells you that she has things she doesn't want to see. Sure, maybe she has a weird interest or secret hobby, but then she gives you a phone and starts beating you down when you try to use it. This is even worthy to try to justify. Just let her go, bro. She's not your girlfriend. And hurting someone when they're about to use the phone is not okay. Yeah. Well, okay. I would say that's a good round of advice, but it's also kind of like a straight up like, yeah, she's doing something pretty scandalous. Let's check a couple more, right? My husband, 34. I'm gonna read some of these out to you. You guys let me know what you want to read. My husband, 34, told his friends about my miscarriage as a joke and now says I'm overreacting. Oh, fuck, that's how did she find out about that? It's my question. I went through his phone. Update. What can I do when my 20 female husband? She's writing. My 20 female husband is convinced I cheated on him because I'm pregnant again and refuses to listen to me. That's going to be leave. Actually, I'm going to read that one. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more. How do I, 34 male, express to my wife, 33 female, that I'm still mad at her despite our ongoing situation with our kid? Let's see. My bisexual. Nope, not reading that. Whenever I'm 26 female trying to sleep or nap, my boyfriend, 36 male, purposely makes a ton of noise. That's kind of that's okay. How do I, female 26, talk to my partner, male 33, about casual misogyny? Oh my God. What is this even about? Oh my God. These people, I mean, relationship advice and problems are vast, I guess. What do you guys say? Let's see. Extra guac, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Good to see you back and well, my friend. Thank you. I have risen. I'm alive and well, boys. Let me see. No voting? All right, I'm going to vote. We will do. I want to see this one. How do I convince my 20-year-old? Okay, she says she wasn't cheating. Let's go. Cheating is always spicy. All right, we're going to go here. So the question is, what can I do when my 20-year-old female husband, 20 male, is convinced I cheated on him because I'm pregnant again and refuses to listen to me? Let's go in there. Okay. Oh, this is long. Okay. Since my husband was refusing to let me get a word in edgewise, whenever I tried to talk to him, I went and texted him a whole bunch of stuff, links to articles and about how often condoms fail and things like that. And I wasn't thinking straight because even I showed him the post so he could see what people were saying about him and how stupid he was being. He wasn't responding to any of it, but I felt like I had no other way to get through to him since he wouldn't talk to me in person. I ended up going to my parents' house Tuesday night. My mom says she knows good and well I didn't cheat and he knows too. He's just too scared and stubborn to admit it right now. She said, I think I need I need to think about my son, and that boy needs his dad in the home, and that I made a commitment before God, and I need to honor it, even when it's hard. Talk about marriage. I need to remember that before I go and do something I can't take back. My dad said a man has a right to his doubts. That's true. But that doesn't apply when it's me in question. Okay, that doesn't make sense. How could he even say that, though? My dad knows I wouldn't cheat, and he knows I love my husband. He said my husband loves me too. He's just being a fool right now, and I'm going to have to realize this won't be the first or last time. Both my parents made it clear that they think he's been acting ridiculous. My mom told me the door's always open if I need to come home. Leave. But I could tell they both felt like I should work things out with my husband, and things would work out once he pulled his head out of his ass. Yesterday, I was outside hanging clothes on the line, and he came home. I expected him to walk right past me like he's been doing. Instead, he stopped and actually talked to me. He said he's read everything I sent him, and that his brother and some of his buddies had torn into him over being stupid, thinking is cheating on him, is cheat on him. Even his own brother and friends who know I wouldn't cheat on him. He knew he'd been a jackass, but he wouldn't admit it. He apologized and said, I wonder what she did. Why does he think she got pregnant without whether we're using a condom? I don't know. I need to know the more details. Let's see. I told him I shouldn't have to get a paternity test to prove anything to him, but I want to get one anyway. Okay, then she's okay. If she agrees to a paternity test, she's innocent. You know, like for the most part. If you just still get, if you're ever in doubt, just get the paternity test, right? But if they don't object to it, you know, she may be bluffing, but you know, you got to find out if you're in that situation. He said we don't need one, and we can't afford it, and he already knows it's his baby. I hear him saying that, but I'm scared in the back of my mind. There's always going to be doubt of that someday. This is why you can't act in a certain way in a relationship that would make your partner think that you are cheating, right? You know, it's like either way, you know? That's why you can't be, if you're a chick, you can't be like posting thirst traps and crap like that and being, you know, posting scandalous stuff on your Instagram. And if you're a guy, you can't be like, you know, always like trying to DM chicks and stuff, you know, not good. Let's read what the comments say. Kids marrying kids. Look at this. People are such haters, bro. Kids marrying kids. Number one. And the craziest is like, it's a comment like this and there's 1,000 plus, almost 2,000 upvotes on this. Just shows you how miserable these people on Reddit really are. And let's go. You can't afford a paternity test, but you want to have another baby? Oh man, in what universe can you not afford a paternity test but can afford 2 babies, right? If that is the kind of advice you're getting from your parents, it's really important that you talk to other people about this, ideally a real therapist. Oh God, not associated with the church but a non-religious friends. Yeah, see, and then Reddit hates God. Reddit's a bunch of godless, fat, miserable atheists that, you know, like, look at this, you know, very common for them to say that. This really isn't about paternity. He knew the child was his and he couldn't keep up his lies when his friends pointed that out. This is how he treated you when you had disagreement. You're currently in deep denial, saying that this just happened because he was being dumb. He wasn't being dumb. He was being unbelievably cruel to you. This is how he reacts when you have a disagreement. Then this is the behavior you're going to be modeling for your children. A paternity test is not going to help because it's not about paternity. I know Reddit has a reputation of telling people to end their marriages, but in this case, I think the impulse is correct. All right, this is not okay. They're 20. They're 20. You shouldn't be. Of course, you're going to be active and retarded. You're 20, but this is not something to break up a marriage over and then raise a bunch of 2 kids on her own as a single mom. Like, you see, the people in Reddit don't even think through the consequences of giving such shit advice. And that's why you shouldn't take advice from any of these idiots on Reddit, nor should you from AI. Because again, we're reading it live right here. I mean, this is literally, you could go right now at home, reddit.com/r/relationship_advice. This is crazy, guys. Like, I'm telling you guys, the thing too, I think the good thing about everything recently is that people are becoming, especially men, are becoming more aware of female nature, but what I've noticed is like it's still only a certain amount of men that are actually seeking out the advice and getting you know, getting getting the results. Like in order to have the success that you don't have, you got to go to somebody who does have and has a track record of getting it. And just anonymously listening to people on the internet with no name, no face. Like if these people had this is Bob, he makes 80,000 a year. This is a picture of Bob. He's this, maybe a little bit better, but no, like it's just, and that's where Reddit's getting its advice from, or that's where these AIs are getting its advice from. So if you're at home asking dating advice from AI, you're cooked. You're giga cooked. If you need advice, if you need help, like I said, I'm always here. That's what this brand is all about. We've been doing this is our 11th year running the business. If you want help, the best way I would say right now is to join my monthly coaching. Take a look at this.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. We're going to get right back to that, but I want to tell you quickly about my coaching program, the Money Muscles Game Monthly. If you're having trouble getting women in your life, keeping them around, and getting dates, if you're having trouble with your finances, this is the program for you. It's a very simple program dedicated to solving those problems with you right now. Each of these coaching sessions are a group coaching session with live interaction on the second and fourth Sunday. Every month, we meet at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom to discuss exactly what is going on with you, what problems you have, what roadblocks are in the way. And then from there, we come up with a special plan for you to get the results that you want. I know what you could say. There's all this free information on the internet. There's all these free content creators putting all this stuff out. If that were the case, the world would be healed by now, but it's not, okay? It's the blind leading the blind. You don't even know what's good information or not. You need a mentor. You need a group. You need a tribe, and you need to be held accountable. That's what you have in the Money Muscles Game Month. In addition to that, we have a free 24-hour support Telegram chat where you can link up with other like-minded men just like you who are dedicated to solving their dating and money problems right now. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, go to modernlifedating.com/monthly, sign up, and then you're gonna get an email sent to you with a Telegram link so you can join the Telegram chat and get on your plan to fix your problems immediately. Do not let another day go by where you silently suffer, lying to yourself, saying you're gonna figure it out, because you won't. You need help, you need a mentor, you need group support. That's what I am, that's what my community is. I've dragged myself from the depths of poverty to the tops of financial success. I've dated hundreds of women around the world. I can easily teach you how to do this, and it's a cakewalk. But it all starts with you going to modernlifedating.com/monthly and signing up today. Thanks so much, and let's get back to today's video.
That's right. Just go right here to modernlifedating.com. Click on that big green button. This is Get Monthly Coaching. You'll sign up, and then I'll email you immediately, get you into the Telegram chat, and then get you on a call with me. We'll immediately start breaking down your problem and dissecting it and getting you the results you want today. Especially if you want a girlfriend, guys. It is the easiest thing in the world for me. It is seriously, it is so easy. I've been doing this. I could do this in a drunken slumber. That's how good I am. And the reason is because I have been through it. I have dated so many chicks. I have dated women around the world. I'm not one of these guys who just had success with chicks overseas and then comes back to America. I can pull chicks everywhere. To this day, I have women interest me. The ripe age of 40. I can't even fucking believe I'm 40. I certainly don't look or act 40, but it's crazy. And honestly, the chicks in their 20s are still interested in me, So that being said, man, all this can be yours, but you got to sign up. You got to come talk to Big Papa MLD. Let me help you. Let me help you. Okay. Extra Guac says, MLD, you should do an episode on that Netflix documentary. I haven't watched it yet. Everybody's asking me about that. I have not watched the Manosphere documentary at all. I just have no desire. I'm happy. I don't want to I don't want to watch like miserable stuff. Like I'm in a good place right now. But that being said, guys, that's going to end it for us. We will be back tomorrow for Free Consultation Friday. I'm going to try to get it set up. We might have some technical difficulties, but we'll find it all out tomorrow. Join the Telegram. Join